This flowchart illustrates the ecosystem trap. Buying your first cordless drill commits you to a decade-long marriage with a proprietary battery platform. If you try to buy a different brand's saw or grinder later, you'll be forced to buy a completely separate, incompatible set of batteries and chargers just to run it. That financial reality forces most professionals to choose one of two distinct paths, dividing the modern job site into a stark duopoly: DeWalt on one side and Milwaukee on the other. DeWalt is owned by Stanley Black & Decker. Their platform was built on traditional roots in carpentry, woodworking, and general residential construction. Milwaukee operates under a massive multinational conglomerate, TTI. Their approach relies on aggressive capital reinvestment to engineer highly specialized solutions for mechanical and plumbing trades. When you're deciding where to put your hard-earned money, you should ignore the marketing hype over peak RPMs, and you should definitely ignore the tribalism you see in the comment sections. To make an objective choice, we need to evaluate these brands strictly on 4 pillars: price, battery architecture, trade consensus, and category dominance. Professional tool selection requires matching your specific daily workflow to the correct capital investment, rather than searching for a universally better brand. Looking strictly at a DIYer trying to outfit an entire truck from scratch, your dollar will stretch further here. This chart highlights the Milwaukee tax. Retail data shows Milwaukee carries a 1.69 premium index, demanding a higher upfront cost than DeWalt. But that extra money buys access to brute force torque and entry into a highly specialized catalog of niche trade tools. But if you are doing general household repairs or basic framing, paying that premium means you're buying massive power capacity and highly specialized features that you will simply never actually use on a standard job. DeWalt protects your wallet on general tasks, while Milwaukee demands a premium that only generates a return on investment if your specific trade requires those extreme capabilities. Beyond the price tag, these two companies take entirely different engineering approaches to how they scale power for heavy machinery. This schematic shows how DeWalt's FlexVolt system operates. The battery packs actually change their internal cell configuration, shifting from a parallel 20-volt connection to a series 60-volt connection. To achieve dual voltage flexibility, these batteries are physically larger and heavier. Meanwhile, Milwaukee's system maintains a constant 18-volt architecture, relying on advanced cell chemistry and wider electrical pathways to push higher current. Pushing that much current without increasing voltage requires massive, heavy 12-amp-hour batteries. Sticking one of those on a standard drill or saw can severely throw off the tool's center of gravity. DeWalt introduced power stack technology. By replacing traditional cylindrical cells with flat, stacked pouch cells, they drastically reduced the volume and weight of the battery casing. Milwaukee approaches compact ergonomics through their M12 platform, a dedicated 12-volt system that uses a cylindrical pod-style battery. Because that pod battery inserts directly up into the tool's grip, the handle itself has to be noticeably thicker. For users with smaller hands, this can be more fatiguing to hold all day compared to DeWalt's slim slide pack design. DeWalt engineered its batteries to prioritize weight reduction and versatile voltage, while Milwaukee focused on maximum brute force current and thermal management. If you step onto a residential framing site or into a commercial woodworking shop, you will see a clear dominance of DeWalt tools. The brand excels here by offering highly accurate precision tracking in their miter and track saws, along with superior weight balance for all-day overhead fastening. But the DeWalt ecosystem has a ceiling. If your project suddenly requires complex plumbing connections or pulling commercial electrical wire, their catalog of available specialty tools drops off sharply. That is exactly where Milwaukee asserts total dominance. They own the mechanical, electrical, and plumbing trades. They offer an unrivaled catalog of highly specialized solutions, including copper press tools, automated cable cutters, and cordless pipe threaders. Buying into those MEP tools locks you into a heavier, more expensive ecosystem that is absolute overkill if your daily job just involves cutting 2x4s and driving deck screws. Your primary trade determines your brand. Woodworkers cut yellow, while pipe and wire workers cut red. Professional tool selection has to be dictated by your trade's specific friction points, not by blind brand loyalty. This quadrant chart maps the recommendation, balancing trade type against financial investment. If you're a general contractor or DIYer wanting versatile power without a massive premium, DeWalt is the clear choice. For a plumber or electrician requiring maximum torque, Milwaukee is exactly what you need. There is, however, one common loophole professionals use to get the best of both worlds. Milwaukee's 12-volt M12 system is so expansive and lightweight that many dedicated DeWalt 20V users safely adopt M12 as a secondary platform, strictly for tight space and specialty work. Take a hard look at the projects you tackle over the next 5 years before you commit to a charger. Never buy for the logo printed on the plastic. Buy for the battery system that uniquely solves your daily job site friction.